And now it's time for Guerilla Roundup. They'll let you know what happened overnight when things transpire you whilst you sleep. Right there in the loop you keep.
Thank you for joining us for the Guerilla Roundup of Day 3 of the fourth Ashes Test from Old Trafford. I'm joined once again by the wonderful Sean Tracy, Nestlers. Welcome, Nestlers.
Hello, mate. All right.
Excellent, thanks, mate.
Good.
Another tough day for Australia today. I'll just go through the scorecard for you briefly. England started the day at 384 for 4 with Brook on 14 and Stokes on 24. Where are we? So, Brook was out for 61, Stokes for 51, and it looks like the tail didn't do too well because Wokes made 0, Mark Wood made 6, Stuart Broad made 7, and James Anderson made 5. But while that was going on, Johnny Bairstow got to 99 not out. Poor bugger, and made almost all the runs in the partnerships for the last 6 wickets. And England were eventually all out after lunch for 592, which gave them a lead of, 275. In reply, Stark ended with 2 wickets, Hazelwood with 5, Cummins with 1, and Cameron Green with 2. In reply, Australia, Khawaja was out for 18, Warner for 28, Stephen Smith for 17, and Travis Head for 1. Labuschagne at stumps is 44 not out, Mitchell Marsh is 1 not out, and they are 113 for 4, meaning they trail by 162 runs. So England in an extraordinarily strong position, but the weather threatens seriously tomorrow and probably on day 5 as well. So Nestlers, your thoughts about the day?
Well, I think England played it right. Obviously, we've got this problem with the weather hanging over the next 2 days. I think everyone seems to be agreed that tomorrow looks like a complete washout. I mean, you never know. You might get 2 and a bit sessions in over the next 2 days. I still think England are favourites if they get to play. And then you've got that on-off nature for the batsmen, coming in, coming out again. It's not easy for them. But it's just dependent on what the weather does. It really is. It's a shame. I mean, no matter who you support, going to the Oval with it all on at the Oval is what everyone wants, isn't it?
Well, yes and no.
Yeah, but from I mean, I'm not a massive supporter either way, and I just want to see, if you go into the last test and there's nothing on, the Ashes aren't on it as such. I'd rather have the Ashes on the line.
Yeah, I get that, and there was a part of me that was relieved that Australia didn't win the last game, so that it was still alive for Old Trafford. But it gets the squeaky bum time, and you think, fuck it, I'd rather keep the Ashes now than have to suffer for another week. Because frankly, I think Australia are out of juice. I really do.
Yeah, they look like it, don't they? They look like they were really toiling.
Well, I mean, it's now what, the 21st of July. Since the 1st of June, this is their 5th Test match already, and they've got another one coming up in 3 days after this one. That's pretty tough going, and
it's been compact, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
As a series, but yeah, they did look a bit. I mean, England was sort of, especially Bairstow was just piling on the runs.
Yeah,
and they looked tired. They looked a bit lacking ideas.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know.
Cummins didn't seem the sort of captain to inspire them to push them on. It's like he's sort of lost all that energy over the last 4 Test matches he's played, and some or other they didn't bowl particularly badly. although I think there was still an excess of short deliveries. But they didn't bowl at the stumps enough either. For you
No.
know, Jimmy Anderson and Bairstow put on a huge amount for the last wicket. I'm just trying to see. I think it was 66, something like that. And during that period, I mean, they handled the strike really well. So Anderson only faced 18 deliveries. But during that
Yes.
period, I'd be surprised if more than two or three of the balls would have actually hit the stumps. There
Yeah,
was
I mean, you
so much short bowling to a man who, frankly, gets out of the way of balls going to hit his stumps most of the time.
well, for someone like Jimmy, that's all you need to do. I mean, you
Yeah,
think that the bowlers that Australia have got, and they're bowling at someone like Anderson, that he wouldn't last long. But hey, I mean, I've been watching another sport where people are absolutely at the end of their tether now. That it's the final 2 days of the Tour de France, and it happens.
yeah,
People,
yeah,
when you're doing 5 days of playing Test cricket,
yeah,
like you say, from June to now, 3 weeks of cycling up and down fucking mountain ranges. They're humans. It knackers them out.
yeah,
Um, and it's yeah. But I still think. I mean, like I say, the weather in this country, as you know from years ago, uh, we do look at weather forecasts, and suddenly you look out the window and go, "Ah, where's the rain?" And it doesn't come.
yeah, yeah.
So you don't know. I mean, we're English people are obsessed with the weather, as you well know. But I mean, yeah, we'll see. But I think if they get out tomorrow at any stage and get a wicket, and then the fear comes in, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, that's
And
absolutely the case.
and
I mean,
then they're off
yeah,
for half an hour. Then they come back out again. You've got a new batsman on the crease who's not got his eye in or whatever. Um, and the bowlers don't care. The fielding side don't care. They'll just be up for it. England will be totally up for it.
yes,
So I think, yeah, it is. It literally is just dependent on what the weather
yeah.
does.
Well, I think England bowled well today. There
Yeah.
wasn't much in the pitch, although occasionally it kept low, and with a bit of effort, occasionally a ball took off a little bit, but there really wasn't a lot of response. But Wood in particular bowled well. He's got 3 for 17 from 7 overs.
Wow.
Chris Wokes took a wicket. Uh, but the Australian batting wasn't great. Smith got out trying to hook a short one and nicked it through to the keeper, which you'd think he'd have learned by now. Travis Head was, I don't know what he was trying to do, but he was trying to get out of the way of it, I suppose, and got caught off Wood. Again, pace I think has a big part to do with that.
But
Uh,
also, I mean, pace, but concentration,
yes,
and like it just goes back maybe to tiredness that Australia don't need to get any runs. They just need to. I mean, if
yeah,
they say just lost 2 wickets today,
yeah,
you'd be going, it's all over.
yeah,
And to give your wicket away in this scenario is really, really poor cricket.
absolutely. I thought
It's
Warner actually looked the best of the batters today until he got bowled
yeah,
by Wokes. He dragged one on again, which he's been wont to do. And Labuschagne looked fairly comfortable for his 44 too.
yeah.
But if England get a session and a half at Australia, I can't see them surviving.
You reckon that just a session and a half? Yeah.
Yep, yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Well, it'll be interesting. I mean, the form over the last two Test matches has not been good for Australia, and I think they're gone in the head. They
You
really
think they're
have.
running out of steam?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
really do.
yeah.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
think there's no coincidence that probably the best batter in the last two Test matches has been Mitch Marsh, who came in
yeah,
fresh. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
it's going to be once that rain stops, it's going to be really exciting, isn't it? It's going to be great.
if it stops, yeah, yeah, if it
I think
stops.
well, Sunday could be a classic day. I mean, it could be one of those days where you get, all right, we've lost an hour in the morning, we're out now, and that's it's going to be great. I think Sunday, from what I've gathered and what I've heard, is going to be off and on. So I think Sunday's the
Well,
day.
yeah, maybe. I've just updated the Met Office forecast. They're saying 90% chance of rain at 10 o'clock, then 80% from 1 o'clock through to 7 o'clock. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
But
I
that
wouldn't.
doesn't mean that those percentages mean that that could be a 5 minute shower.
Well,
You just don't
yeah,
know with it. I mean, like I say,
it's
I
possible.
mean, recently I've been, sitting here waiting to get out the bike, and I think, oh, it's going to rain tomorrow
Yeah,
because the forecast is saying 80% chance of showers, and it's not rained at all day.
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah,
thought, why have I got my wet jacket on in this heat?
yeah,
You just don't know. We won't know
yeah,
till the day. But I think the general consensus is tomorrow's a wet one.
yeah.
But hey ho, we'll see.
One thing we didn't talk about today was Stokes making 51. From the very first ball, he made it clear he was on the attack, coming down the wicket. I can't remember who to, Cummings, I think it was. I'm missing it, but he was certainly on the attack. But he made 51 from 74 deliveries, but he was well behind that run rate last night. Um, and he was looking fairly good, but not in the the form of the last two Test matches, obviously. And Bairstow's 99 was really well done, I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
He
But
shepherded the strike really well. They bowled a lot of short stuff to him, but when they bowled on his stumps, he hit them over their heads a lot of the time.
he's I mean he needed that. He's coming for so much criticism
Yeah,
for his keeping. Uh, and I think he's one of those guys that does read it and does take it to heart.
yeah, yeah,
Um, he needed that today.
yeah. I still
And
don't
like you
think.
say, it's well played.
Yeah, I mean, I've said all through that he should be in as a batter, but he shouldn't be keeping.
Oh,
I
no
still hold to
question.
that. Yeah.
He's one of the
Anyway,
best batsmen in England side.
yeah,
There's no way I'd drop Johnny Bairstow, but I wouldn't. I'd have folks as wicketkeeper.
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So we head into the tomorrow with very little knowledge of what the hell's going to happen. But don't be surprised if we're not on air tomorrow.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's a
Um,
case of raindrops keep falling on my head.
oh,
I
nice
think
one.
that should be the theme tune for tomorrow's.
Well, maybe we can just get you and Forthy on to talk about the fall for 6 hours, which I'm sure you could, the two of you. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we could do
Uh,
that if anyone's interested in joining us for an 8 hour discussion of the fall. I think even me and Fulfy would struggle with that, but yeah. I don't know. I think unfortunately, people are probably going to get a lot of dice bloody cricket, aren't
Oh God, oh God, yeah. I
they?
think Jay might finally snap if we do that. As far as our Guerilla and our tweeter of the day are concerned, our tweeter of the day, I've got to say, we're very appreciative of the huge number of people who've used the super chat on YouTube
Well,
today. Go
just one
on.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, have you noticed that the YouTube is taken off suddenly for us,
Yes.
isn't it? I don't know why that's happened. There's a lot of people I've noticed coming on first timers, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. You're all very welcome. And keep it going because it's a very easy way for you to donate money very quick. You just press a button and boom, there you go. But no, we're 100. Forget the money side. We just love having people join us, new people and everything. And just bear with us because it sometimes is a struggle, folks, to read everything
Yes.
as
It certainly is.
Messi will attest to. But we try. We
Indeed.
do try our best.
Indeed, that's very true. Um, I'm going to pick one of our donors at random. I'm going to go for Don Diego de Silly Pants, who gave us £25 today
Oh,
on YouTube, which was very generous of him.
thank you very
And
much.
he's been a supporter of ours for a long time now. Uh, we just love all of you, and that's on behalf of all of you on YouTube, Don Diego. So you're representing all those super chatters there. As far as the gorilla of the day is concerned, I think that has to go to Jack Hope, who got so excited when Travis Head was out for one that he was leaping up and down, waving his arms around, and he managed to pull the sound cable out altogether.
Yeah.
And all
Oh,
of a
he's
sudden,
young.
These messages were coming up on YouTube saying, "Where's the sound going? Where's the sound going?"
These young uns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it
I
was
don't know.
lovely to see the animation in him. So
Absolutely.
well-deserved award for Jack. Um, and finally, if you like this, please click the like button and subscribe. Leave your comments below or on Twitter at Guerilla Cricket. And if you want a decent drop of wine, 15% off, click on the link below to Ponting Wines and use the code GCAshes 2023 to get 15% off some really excellent wine. Um, I think that's all there is from me. Anything more from you, Nestlers?
No, I think we're just going to wait and see what the weather does, aren't we?
Indeed, we are. Thanks
Fingers
very much
crossed and all that.
for being with me. Thank you all very much. Good night. We'll talk to you when this play, whether it be tomorrow, the next day, or at the Oval.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Night night.
And now it's time for Guerilla Roundup. They'll let you know